Hi, my name is Adnan Siddiqui and you're watching me on Web Studio TV. My name is Adnan Siddiqui and I'm the Country General Manager of IBM. I've been with IBM for the last almost 20 years. Before that, I was at Citibank for about an year. That was my first job. And then I moved to IBM and stayed with IBM since then. I started my career in services side of IBM. Worked there till 2000. So basically I was, as you can call me a software engineer, as we used to call them in IBM. So I was a technical person, and then in 2000 I moved into sales. And I was given some of the largest accounts of IBM to look after. In 2005, I was transferred to Islamabad to develop our Islamabad territory, which has been neglected by not only IBM but most of the IT companies since then. And fortunately, we have had a lot of success there. And now we have a full-fledged office there in Islamabad, which we always had for the last 40 years. But now we have significant presence over there. So after doing that, I came back to Karachi in 2009 and became the territory manager or the country sales manager for IBM, which means now my responsibility was all of Pakistan sales and Afghanistan. And then in September of this year, I was promoted to become the country general manager of IBM in Pakistan and Afghanistan. Afghanistan, of course, is relatively new. There are different challenges. Of course, law and order challenges are there. There is a war going on. But still, having said this, in the last some years, Afghanistan has really catch up on IT and telecom. In fact, if you start with their network infrastructure, or if you talk about their communication infrastructure, they have multiple GSM operators over there, they have got internet over there, and now some of the large companies who have invested in Afghanistan, they are, in terms of technology, that they are at par with any other place. But of course, IT is not as commonly used in Afghanistan as in Pakistan or other places, but there is tremendous potential. A lot is happening in Afghanistan. Banks, telecommunication companies, government is focusing a lot. So I see a thriving IT market in Afghanistan in the future, and it's being built right now. As far as Pakistan is concerned, of course, we have this industry for a very long time. We have been very consistent. We have had our successes. Our infrastructure, when it comes to national infrastructure of telecom, networking, and others, we have got a very solid base in Pakistan. Many countries in the developed world don't have that kind of infrastructure that we have in Pakistan. So we have been building on that. Unfortunately, there have been setbacks, but we are, of course, far ahead of many countries in the region, as well as I would say outside the region as well. When I say region, I'm talking about Middle East and Africa, but even if you go beyond, our IT industry is quite developed. The scope has always been there, and the potential is far more than we can address right now. The only thing is that there has been a slowdown. I won't call it a permanent thing. Of course, there has always been a slowdown. It's just a dip, and we are going to come out of it. But the requirement of the market is huge. There are so many industries within the country who have not been addressed properly. Those who have not adopted IT the way they should have. Let me simplify it for you. In a perfect world, the way it works is that, or the way it should have worked is that you have your infrastructure in place, you have your network infrastructure in place, and then you go for your back office automation, right? And then ultimately you come to front office, customer interactions, and serving your customers. That's how you go about it, ideally. So in Pakistan, what we have done is we have got our infrastructure in place. We have got, whether it's the country's infrastructure or different companies' infrastructure, companies have invested in that. Then they have invested in their networks. They have invested in their telecommunication infrastructure. And then most of the companies in the recent past have automated their back offices. They've implemented ERPs, or they've implemented other solutions at the back office. Now comes the final push or the final wave that has to be there, which is the front office. Now, we have not done much in the front office. Now, that's why you do whatever you have done up till now. Your infrastructure, your network infrastructure, your back office, all that you have been doing to be able to serve your customer who interacts with you through the front office. So a lot needs to be done on that end, on that side. Applications, a lot of applications for customer interaction, for customer service needs to be in place. A lot of multinationals, of course, already have that, but local companies have to adopt that. The government has to adopt it in a major way. I see there's a lot of things that need to be done. So there is capacity, there is potential, there is demand. The only thing is that we need to, get out of this temporary, I would say, slowdown because of the economy, recession, inflation, and all that. And once we are out of it, and we have been coming out of it, by the way, the way it is, the way it looks like on media and newspapers, things are not really that bad if you look at the numbers, if you look at investment, if you look at growth, right? It's not phenomenal, but it has considerably improved over the last few years. So I see a very interesting future for all of us. We are in the marketplace for a very long time. We are very successful even today. That means that our products are competitive, adaptable, cost effective. Only then we can sell in this very demanding marketplace. And it's not only true for Pakistan, it's true for all over the world, basically. That only if you are competitive both in terms of the value that you are giving your customers, as well as at a cost-effective price, only then the customers are going to buy from you. So IBM's customers and the installed base that we have in Pakistan of our hardware, our software, our services is an evidence in itself that IBM's products are accepted in the marketplace. They are cost-effective. They give you the price performance that customers look for, and of course adaptable to the local environment. Some of the challenges that we are facing, unfortunately, number one right now is the law and order situation, especially in the main cities, Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, which are the main hub of activity, especially the IT activity. So law and order is a major issue that we are facing right now. Then the other issue is basically this uncontrollable inflation and devaluation of currency, because what's happening because of that, on one side, it affects customers' buying power. It shifts their priorities from investing into IT towards and takes it towards cost savings and other such elements to keep surviving. And on the other hand, we lose a lot of good talent from Pakistan. They either leave the country for studies or pursue careers in the Middle East and other places. So this flight of talent is one of the major issues that we are facing right now because of the country's political and law and order situation, and on the other hand, lower salaries are actually making people leave the country. So that's one of the biggest challenges I can think of. Law and order, economic issues, flight of talent. These are some of the things that are majorly affecting at least IBM and IBM's business. First of all, whatever we are doing in Pakistan is not in any way, I'm not saying that it's not comparable to what it's being done in developed countries. We are exactly doing the same things in Pakistan that is being done anywhere in the world. We have got the same kind of resources available, we have got the same kind of skills available, same kind of solutions, applications, everything available in Pakistan, and we are working with those. The only thing where we are behind the developed countries or the international market is in terms of adoption of those technologies. As I just said that, after the infrastructure wave, the networking wave, the back office wave, now it's the front office wave. So the developed countries have already taken that route. They are very advanced when it comes to the front office automation. We are a little behind, of course, and we are catching up. But when it comes to technology and availability of skills and resources, it's exactly the same that you can find that you would find anywhere else in the world. In continuation with your last question, let me share with you some of the other things that IBM has been doing in this country. Right from the beginning, IBM has been very close with our educational institutions to develop IT skills in the country, to bring technology from outside the country and let our students take benefit of it. We established a Center of Computer Studies with IBA some about 30 years back. We established and donated a lot of, we established the computer center, the complete study, the complete curriculum. We donated computers to IBA. One of our senior managers used to sit at IBA and help students learn more about technology and information technology. So that's how we started in 30 years back. Even today, if you look at our academic initiative, you would find that we are very closely working with institutions like NUST, FAST, again IBA and other such institutions, where we basically try to help students learn new technologies. They may not necessarily be IBM technologies or IBM products, but whatever is available out there in the market, we try to transfer that technology and knowledge to Pakistan. Some years back, we donated an open source lab to NUST. What we have to do is basically we have to look at what we want to do in the international market. What is it that the international market would value more, right? We have to figure that out first. And at IBM, we have figured that out to some extent. And what we have done is, like for instance, we have our local delivery center in Pakistan. So then we have got another center which we have just opened where we are providing technology services. Besides consulting, we are now providing technology services to the region. We send our skilled people out to work on projects, or they provide remote support sitting in Pakistan. So this is also something that we are doing. Basically again, let me just summarize that. It's important to understand what are our strengths and what the market is demanding. So our consultants are very well received in the international market because they are very highly skilled people, and at the same time we are not as costly as the Western consultants, even less costly than our Indian counterparts, and the same kind of skills and better in some ways. I feel that we just need to understand where we have our strengths and then capitalize on those strengths. And the world market would of course respond as it has responded in our case, in a small way of course, but I see that there is a lot of potential for Pakistani skills abroad.